Welcome back. You're watching France 24. James CREEDON is here because it is time for Media Watch. Good to see you, James.
Good evening.
Everybody, of course, talking today about Hugo Chavez, the Venezuelan president who passed away last night at the age of 58. Just talk us through some of the reaction you've got.
Yes, indeed. Lots of reaction to Hugo Chavez's passing on social media today. So just a couple of the selected tweets, because there are actually hundreds of thousands.
Yes.
So we'll just give you a little selection. Lots of screen grabs of the scenes from Caracas today and yesterday. The Venezuelan public accompanying the coffin of Hugo Chavez. You also have people posting, tattoos of El Comandante that they had put on their bodies. So clearly the personality cult of Hugo Chavez is very present on social media. Live hard, die young and leave a good quote. If the climate were a bank, the US would have already saved it, Hugo Chavez. So a lot of people,
he did make a great soundbite, didn't he?
He did.
We were just looking at the one at the UN when he said, the devil has been here and it still smells of sulphur.
I'm sure that's up there in sort of meme type form somewhere on social media. Also, people pointing out that across the Spanish-speaking world, of course, he was front page news today, getting, even in football crazy Spain, getting the Real Madrid victory over Man United off the front pages. Now, in terms of hashtags, Viva Chavez por siempre, Chavez will live forever. That was one of the most used hashtags in Venezuela today. Pretty much of the top trends across Twitter in Venezuela were all Chavez dominated, obviously. And here you have that message, essentially that his message will go on. This is a reality TV star in Venezuela. She's saying, why will he not die? Why will his message go on? Well, because we're all Chavez.
So
this is the tone you're getting in much of the Venezuelan media, the pro-Chavez media.
A lot of adulation.
A lot of adulation, and the personality cult of Chavez. People saying essentially that he is entering the history books.
There he goes, his red beret.
And other fans of Chavez.
Right, because he did have quite a selection of interesting friends, didn't he?
That's right. How to make friends.
Saddam Hussein, Muammar Gaddafi.
How to make friends and alienate people, you could say. So here you have Ahmadinejad pays tribute to Chavez. That was quite the interesting tribute, wasn't it? He said that he was going to come back again.
Oh, he's going to have a long afterlife, I think.
Going to have a very long afterlife. Will return like Christ.
Like the Messiah.
That's right. So it was a particularly colourful tribute paid by Ahmadinejad, with some people, saying what a bromance it was between those two.
Well, I was going to say, it's lucky we still have Ahmadinejad, because, political leaders who make interesting statements falling...
The UN General Assembly would be a little bit dull without the two of them. And indeed, if you go on, a lot of people pointing out to the fact that Chavez's friends were indeed enemies of
dictators,
enemies of the what would you say, the international community, quote unquote. Chavez's dream multipolar world led by his pals Lukashenko, Saddam, Castro, Ahmadinejad, Putin, Kim, an improvement on today's, right? Other people saying things like this. What they all had in common was that they had an independent foreign policy. So there's a kind of a variety of analysis pieces out there. Now, let's get a look at Uncle Sam. This is a French cartoon. Now, Uncle Sam is basically telling God that if he lets Hugo Chavez in, that he'll get a nice little embargo smacked on him, because let's just say that Chavez was far from...
Although President Obama did pay tribute today in a very calm diplomatic message from the US and from the UK as well, so no hard feelings.
Get a load of this one.
Don't forget Bashar al-Assad as well.
Oh, that's right.
He paid tribute to his dear friend. He said it was a loss for the world, but also a loss for the Syrian people.
Oh dear.
I'm not sure they were too...
I think a lot of people in Venezuela would have rather be quiet. Now, in terms of Mr. Barack Obama being photographed with Chavez, the Tea Party picked up on that one. They got their hold on this photo, and it's been put on Twitter. And so you see, he's not that positively
Obama
perceived.
looks a little wary, doesn't he?
He does indeed. And of course, it wasn't just Obama who had been pally with him at one point. Even though
the left-wingers of Hollywood, they adored him.
Sean Penn, Michael Moore, Oliver Stone. Now, I thought this was quite funny. They all said very positive things about him. And I quite like this tweet. Oliver Stone, Sean Penn, hail hero Chavez, get these two communist-loving scumbags out of the USA. So some people on Twitter in the US didn't like that.
That defeats the point. America, you can have free speech.
That's it. Now, here, others saying Chavez a dictator. Yes, he maintained Guantanamo, drone-bombed civilians and jailed Occupy movement protesters. Oh, wait. So some people saying, I suppose, not everybody is innocent in terms of the critics. And this, of course, was vastly pointed out across social media yesterday, that the fact that Stalin's, the 60th anniversary of his death, was yesterday, the same day that Hugo Chavez passed away. And a lot of people pointing that out, including Garry Kasparov, the chess star, who has many followers.
The thorn in the side of Vladimir Putin.
That's right. So he decided he'd point out that particular coincidence.
Good day for those who prize freedom and bad day for dictators.
That's exactly it. Now, I'll just finish with some people looking to the post-Chavez era.
What on earth is Nicolas Maduro wearing in that photograph?
Indeed.
Is that a tracksuit?
It looks like a sort of a colourful patriotic tracksuit, indeed. Now, pointing out in foreign policy that at his speech yesterday or on Tuesday, he decided to Nicolas Maduro told an attaché at the US embassy that he would have to pack his bags and leave. Two attachés indeed.
Yep.
And that this is quite similar to Chavez's style of doing things in the past, where a US ambassador was sent packing. So they're basically saying that he's certainly trying to follow in the footsteps of Hugo Chavez.
He's picked up some tips. Well, last night he was blaming the United States and Israel for giving Chavez cancer.
Oh, well, there you go. So and I think he's saying that you know, and Chavez
he's
himself,
been well prepped.
Chavez himself in the past levelled similar charges, wondering aloud whether the US was infecting Latin America's leaders with cancer. So there's a lot of continuity between the two. Some questioning on social media, though, whether really he has what it takes to follow in Chavez's footsteps.
He doesn't have the charisma, does he? That's for sure.
That's it. One person here is saying that that Chavism, or Chavismo, won't be able to continue without Chavez, essentially. So, he can try as he might, he's not the same.
And elections due to take place within 30 days. We'll have to wait and see.
It'll be interesting times in Venezuela.
Absolutely. Muy bien, James CREEDON. Muy bien. Thank you very much indeed.
Thanks,
all right, we're going to take a short break. Then we'll have web news. We will be back right after that with all the latest headlines. Don't go away. This is France 24.